All right, who here was a WWE fan?
I wanted to be, but I couldn't watch that. My mom thought it was like poison for my brain.
But like it somehow still trickled down into your childhood, right?
I was a WWF.
Oh yeah.
WWF all the way.
In the last,
Nation of Domination, baby.
There you go.
it was around like Undertaker-ish era.
Yokozuna.
Yokozuna.
We
Because
had
my favorite was Andre the Giant.
Goldust was so sick, dude.
No, but that's the
It's
OG.
crazy that we grew up in that era with Goldust because like you were so afraid of being gay back then as a kid, but then like Goldust was gay as hell, and like he was cool for some reason.
Dude, it's cool.
Right? He was cool.
You're so sexy, dude.
He used to like lick dudes.
That was his finishing move.
Yeah.
He would spit on you or something.
And you'd be like,
Yeah.
I had the game.
I had the game, dude. Raw, dude. Yeah.
But I thought the weakest player was $1 Million Man. He was probably the weakest guy.
Yeah.
Ted DiBiase?
And I would always play Bam Bam Bigelow or because I just thought he was weird looking.
Ric Flair.
Dude, Ric Flair is so cool.
Yeah, Ric Flair's the man, dude. That was the era too.
Yeah. But then I think the Undertaker era, that was the last for me. After that, my cousin ruined
like
it for
Undertaker
me.
and Kane, like all that stuff going on.
Yeah, because I
That's
think
so
my cousin was like, "Oh, you know that stuff is fake, right?" And then he's like, "You should get into real fighting." And I'm like, "What? Like karate?" And then Bruce Lee. And then he's like, "That's real fighting." And then so I started watching Bruce Lee stuff.
Well, I mean, it's pretty good.
But it's still fake. They're both fake.
But what did you guys think? That it was real?
I thought it was 1,000% real.
I thought it was so real.
I would have run through a wall for those guys, dude. When I was like 10 years old, 1,000% I thought
Bro,
it was
when
real.
when my favorite guy would be getting beat up, like you know sometimes they would like attack you after a match.
Yeah.
And like there'd be like 5-on-1. I'd be like, how come no one's doing anything? Like I get pissed. I was like, he's out there getting his ass kicked. No one's helping him out. I was like, this is fucking bull.
And then they'd cut to Vince McMahon, and I'd be like, and his boss sucks. Yeah, his boss is pretty mean, I think.
And in the tag team, you know when they always did the tag team one, I didn't really get the rules because sometimes they would 2-on-1.
Yeah, they would cheat.
And then I'm like, wait
that's
a
when the
minute,
ref
but
ain't
the other
looking.
guy ain't doing nothing.
That's because they like tripped the ref up or something.
Yeah, the
like
ref's
that.
knocked out cold.
Or tag team partners distracting ref while the other guys punch him in the balls, you know?
The ref getting knocked out, so funny.
The best, dude. It was the best.
The drama was so good.
it was so
when a ref gets knocked down and then they have to bring another ref from the back to finish the match because he's too incapacitated to continue.
No, the ref gets knocked out, and then Shawn Michaels comes out and a ref, and it's like for some reason we just accept that.
That's so good.
Yeah, it's not regulation.
Shawn
but
Michaels was so cool.
he was the
man.
best, dude.
He was
He was the most athletic.
Drama though in the beginning, like in the Hogan era and all that.
There was
like,
nothing but drama. But like,
All drama.
you mean like drama on stage or drama
on
off?
stage. No, like as a viewer, like, cause okay, I'm just remembering as a kid, and all I remember are the fights.
But you remember, like Undertaker fought himself one time.
What the fuck?
Yeah, that was the era that I watched. Like back before we knew that Vince McMahon owned the company and he was just an announcer.
Yeah.
Like that's what I watched.
They recently dropped that Vince McMahon documentary. I
didn't see
where
it
they're
yet.
talking about like the type of drama that was on back then, like the Hogan era and all that stuff. Is totally different from the drama during like Triple H and Stephanie McMahon are getting married types. That's totally different. Because back then they would use things like like we have like wartime issues right now with like Syria, so they would have like a Syrian wrestler come out, and then the story between like the American patriotism of Hulk Hogan versus like the enemy, boo, Syria, you know, like that would be the kind of
The Iron Sheik.
yeah they would capitalize on back then.
I remember when I was a kid, they did that with 9/11. Right after 9/11 happened, they had this guy, and I won't forget, his name was like Muhammad Hassan or something. And like he was the guy that I don't know what sect he was from or whatever the fuck, but he was like beating up all the American guys, and they were just doing that whole storyline right after 9/11. And I was like, I can't believe that this is happening in my wrestling matches.
They were also like, let's go America.
Get him.
You know what my first like red pill moment was though for when I started questioning WWF is when Yokozuna came into the scene, and I was like, he's not Japanese.
Oh, really?
Not Japanese?
He's like Samoan or something.
Oh, that makes more sense.
And then I was like, hold on, this is fake. That was my little
That's
kid
why.
brain. Yeah.
Watching
Of
Hulk
course,
Hogan,
that's Joe.
Hulk Hogan picked up Yokozuna, or one of those guys picked up Yokozuna and body slammed him. I was
Yeah.
like, this is fucking
Yeah,
crazy.
that was crazy.
But you know what's funny though? Fast forward, I do some research on the thing, and he's like a legit sumo wrestler. He's been to Japan. He's wrestled in Japan, so he's actually legit. But I just thought it was
Next
funny.
Shark would probably say, no, he's not.
Well, this is all like super relevant because WWE's Raw just debuted for live TV on Netflix, and Netflix spent $5 billion for the live TV rights of WWE.
Oh shit.
So we get to watch them all again.
Well, here's the thing:
Netflix
only
exclusive, right?
outside of US, they get things like SmackDown and stuff like that. But only for US, for some reason, we're restricted only to Raw.
Why?
So they just debuted at the Intuit Dome like last week or something like that, and they brought back like The Rock, John Cena. They brought all like the biggest heavy hitters of like today's generation too, to get ready for WrestleMania type stuff. And it's like they had a 3-hour debut on Netflix, and it was like hugely successful.
Wow.
$5 billion.
Wow.
Did you guys play wrestling like every fucking day in elementary school?
Absolutely.
I did.
I still can do the
Every
people's
day.
elbow. I just realized it doesn't like work for real though.
You just gotta pretend there's the ropes there.
Yeah, but the thing is, you hurt yourself more than you hurt the friend.
Yeah, because you fall, you have to sell it.
If you're almost 40 years old, yeah.
We like to suplex our friend's little brother on his bed.
Dude, DDT, we used to DDT in the pillows all the time.
DDTs are crazy.
DDTs are actually scary and probably shouldn't do it.
Is that where you like pick up your friend, he's upside down?
That's when you put your friend's head here and you fucking go back. Yeah,
And you slam and you fall backwards.
right. But you don't know how they tuck. You're just a kid, so you're just like, take the DDT.
I always wondered about like twisting the arm and then stomping down. on
Oh
it.
yeah,
That would really hurt
stomp thing.
people.
Yeah, I love that shit, man.
Like this?
I also like the grabbing by the head thing, and then the
Oh yeah.
like they're like making the sound with their foot. It's so funny.
What's the one where you grab the guy's head and you like...
The stunner.
Oh,
you kick
yeah.
him first, so you get keeled over.
You grab the head.
Dude, the Rock stunners.
Rock bottom?
No, when he used to take the stunner, he used to like try to make Stone Cold laugh.
Oh, he rolls backwards.
And how much of a dead fish he gets about it or whatever.
Dude.
I didn't even know about that until I saw it on like Stone Cold's podcast or whatever. I saw a clip.
Who's that guy? Was it Razor Ramon?
Razor Ramon's great.
Yeah, like a toothpick? Yeah.
Yep.
with the greasy hair.
He'd be like, Chico.
And I remember like he keeps it in his mouth the whole time. And then one time I think like something happened where like the toothpick fell out of his mouth. It was like the biggest moment. It fell out.
Dude, watching the ladder match between Shawn Michaels and Razor Ramon was the zenith of wrestling for me.
That was sick.
It was sick.
That was a crazy match.
Not freaking Mankind when he like was bleeding all over the place and stuff.
That wasn't my era.
Have you guys seen that clip where the dude fights with his own hand that's a snake?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that the Japanese one? I like the one where they're fighting an invisible guy and they're all getting their ass kicked.
Dude, the wrestling place you took us to, that was so fun, man.
That was like a Ukrainian church or something,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. The GCW is a different. That league is dope.
But
Yeah.
that felt like some hardcore carny shit.
They're like right in between ECW and like WWE.
That
They're
fool's
hella
getting his
hardcore.
fucking forehead stapled.
Yeah. I feel like we all should have been in like
I love those
overalls
guys.
with no t-shirt and like a fucking piece of wheat coming out of our mouth.
Yeah, there's some really talented people in that one.
But I loved it. It was so good.
My favorite thing in wrestling still to this day is how much, like when they're setting up for a big move, and how much the guy that's dazed will help the guy as he's setting up. And he'll like get up on the rope himself. Like, it takes so long. It takes so fucking long.
But then meanwhile, they're like punching him with the stomach to make it look like he's still fucked
I
up.
also love too when like Undertaker was putting them in the tombstone and then the guy just grabs his legs and it's like, why would he grab his legs? He's like agreeing to take it.
Yeah. It's like putting a kid in a car seat. It's like, it takes so fucking long.
So good. Dude.
It's so fun, man.
We should all go to one.
I'm so down.
Well, we did go to the other one, but yeah,
no,
I'm down for
WWE.
I would love to go to WWE.
Like, we should go to SummerSlam or something.
Of our childhood that I think we should all do.
Yeah.
Monster trucks.
Monster truck with Bigfoot.
Oh, dude.
I just want to yell Bigfoot the whole time.
Yep.
And too bad Circus, the Barnum and Bailey's gone. They don't do those no more, right?
We can go to like
We could start
India
one.
or something.
They still do them, but it wouldn't be the Bart and Bailey brand.
Oh, we should go to SeaWorld.
So we should do. Careful boys do nostalgic shit.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
WrestleMania would be a childhood dream.
That'd be sick.
Right?
I'm so down for it.
But like, also be in it. Careful, boys. Get fucked up
Yeah.
by wrestlers.
I'd be down.
All right, we'll do WrestleMania. I'm down.
WrestleMania would be, honestly, I would be very happy.
It's coming up
What's
April.
what's wrestling? How's that different? Is that like going to like the UFC of all events?
It's like
He
going
just
to the Super Bowl.
championship.
It's like
Yeah, Super Bowl.
It's the biggest event of the year, dude. He doesn't know what WrestleMania
I
is.
had to peek into looking those things.
It's
I
just
wish I
like-
knew.
It's the biggest show of the year.
I did wish I knew that.
You live under a fucking rock.
Leads to this.
It's so big. It's a 3-night thing.
Oh
They
shit!
can't fit it all in one night.
The problem is I don't know anybody anymore. Like I don't really know.
But that's the thing, like people like The Rock and
Ronda Rousey. Wait, she's still in it?
Stone Cold's coming back for sure.
yeah, with like 18 leg braces.
Oh, they're probably gonna take it easy too, huh?
Not like how it used to be.
I don't know though, but like you got to think about it like this, like they, especially what is it, TKO Holdings? Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
That they did that $21 billion merger. That so now like UFC,
UFC
and
and
WWE are like under
Yeah.
the same thing. So like I feel like they're bringing the best of both worlds in terms of understanding their audience and what people are looking for in the demographic and like figuring out how to make it digestible for even today's era. Like knowing, we all know that it's fake, but what do we love about it? Why do we still love it?
Storylines.
Yeah, it's the story, it's the people. Like they made a big PR moment of Macaulay Culkin showing up to the return of WWE Raw, and that was like a huge thing for some reason.
What does he have to do with anything?
I don't know, but if I'm in the audience and Macaulay Culkin happens to be there, I would also be like, yeah, for no reason, because that's just the fire of the event.
Yeah.
Do you remember being a kid and like seeing the first time you like saw the female wrestlers,
Like China.
Oh yeah, dude.
China's lit.
like Sable and like all
yeah.
them? And
Yeah.
I just remember thinking like these got to be the hottest women on the planet.
In the world.
Who was that one ran? Was it Cyndi Lauper or something? Like there was a. I swear.
The girls gotta have fun, girl.
I'm not fucking around. There was like a particular
Cyndi Lauper.
wrestler.
Look up Cyndi Lauper taking the stunner.
Yeah. In 3D'd by the Dudley Boys. They would beat
Cyndi
them.
Lauper's association with wrestling helped her career take off in the 80s. She was in the WWF. They promoted Lauper by playing her music at events and having her appear in the ring with wrestlers. And then she ended up having a feud with Captain Lou Albano or whatever. And Lauper and wrestling legend Captain Lou engaged in a manufactured feud with Albano playing Lauper's father.
Cyndi Lauper is kind of funny now.
Dude, she was a celebrity guest at
That's
WrestleMania.
awesome.
How did you remember that?
Because
Yeah.
it was the documentary. Recently, I was watching it and I was like, dude, this is crazy.
Did they talk about how Vince McMahon shit on that girl's head?
To that part.
Oh, they didn't talk about the most interesting part.
I didn't get to that episode yet. That's all. But maybe they do get there because it's one of those things that opens up, you know, where it's like it feels all raw and stuff. Where like he sits down in front of the mic and he's just like putting his thing on. He's like,
They should have opened with that.
"Are we keeping it real?" It's like one of those. You know?
Oh, Vince.
Imagine if they
Vince-
started with that.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. And they talk about like they go into because you know.
Oh, is that where
obviously
that where that meme comes from? Where he's like crying and he's going like, "Let's cut the tape."
Oh, I love that meme.
Love that
Maybe,
meme.
maybe.
Okay.
And he looks wild, dude. Like his I guess his eyebrows and his mustache is like dark, jet black.
Yeah, he's a mustache.
Yeah, and you're like, dude, this is not Vince McMahon. He doesn't look the same.
Why? Is it because they asked him if he ever shit on a girl's face?
Nah, he just looks like an old timey like bad guy in this documentary. He just looks wild.
My favorite meme is the one where there's like I think it's like 6 different frames where the girl's like dancing on the table and he's going.
It's the best, dude. Honestly, it's like I really am sad that I missed that era of wrestling, but I'm so glad I got to learn about it through the memes.
Yeah.
Because
So funny.
the memes and even the clips of like, you know, Vince McMahon being in the hospital and then Stone Cold is dressed as a nurse.
Oh my god,
Dude, I saw that.
So
that
Oh
was
my,
so good.
It's so incredible.
so fun. Yeah.
So genuinely funny to me.
That was the same era that like Mankind would have like the sock. You remember when he?
I
put on
remember
the sock.
I remember seeing that. Yeah.
That's when he was McFoley, dude.
Yeah, Mick Foley,
yeah.
man.
Is that the Rock era?
Or
Yeah,
like,
kind of.
right before?
Right before,
It was like
yeah.
right before.
Yeah, I think we got too old.
We had Doink the Clown. We had like,
Doink, yeah.
that was more my era.
1, 2,
Because the
3
Rock
Kid.
era was like when SmackDown became really, really
That was
big.
like my era. That was like when I started watching.
Remember fucking Tugboat and the fucking
Steamboat or whatever.
yeah,
the fuck?
Steamboat, Tugboat.
Ricky Steamboat.
Yeah.
Willie the tugboat.
I love the Ultimate Warrior.
Ultimate Warrior was so sick.
Damn, you guys are old,
Balls of
dude.
Jericho. I didn't like that. I like the Hart Brothers. That
Yep.
was time.
I like the Bushwhack Boys.
Yeah, Bushwhack
Those guys were
Boys.
the best, dude. And then the Legion of Doom, those guys with those spiky pads.
Oh yeah.
I had a Sting T-shirt from WCW.
That's funny. Yeah, love Razor Ramon. R.I.P.
Yeah.
Oh, he passed?
RIP to a bunch of them.
I know a bunch of them.
They all died when they're like 50, dude.
I know, dude.
The drug.
That's crazy. I totally forgot Captain Lou Albano was from the 80s, and because he went on to be Mario for the Super Mario kids show.
Really?
Oh.
Yeah, he played Mario for the when Super Mario became a cartoon.
Yeah.
He played the live Mario in the intros. You know the little bumpers where they would be like real guys.
That's wild.
Yeah,
I didn't know that. That's
yeah.
You know, like when John
You
Leguizamo?
should watch the documentary because then it talks about like Hulkamania era too, but then behind the scenes of like why they pushed Hulk so hard too. And it's like, whoa, this is crazy.
Yeah. But before that, wasn't it Andre?
Andre the Giant, yeah.
Yeah, but then he passed. So yeah.
No, but they had Hulk fight Andre.
Yep.
In order for the passing of
To
the
put him
torch to
over, yeah.
officially
Yeah,
happen.
suplex him.
Yeah.
Because no one could beat Andre. Now, he was like the man.
So they had to orchestrate that particular moment because they wanted to transition it into Hulkman because he was so sellable.
Did they know that Andre was gonna die?
Cheerios and Wheaties thing.
What exactly was so sellable about Hulk Hogan, really though?
All American man, blonde, yeah.
He
Just the All American thing, I think.
He would pop like crazy apparently like when he used to wrestle, like everywhere he went because he was so fucking big that the audience was on his side.
Was it like charismatic? Like was it just like
Yeah.
I think so.
Super
Dude, when he would point at you, when you beat him up, and you couldn't drop him, and he'd point at you.
Because like I feel like everyone was just born into the magic already. Like by the time I discovered him, like everyone just universally loved him.
Watch the documentary, it's fun.
He was a
Just, like,
household
see
name
that
when I
stuff.
was like 3 years old.
He was everywhere.
He's already on the cereal box and everything.
They like he was like probably in the Simpsons. He did like features in like
Bourbon Commando.
yeah.
There's a cameo in one of the Rockies too.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And Rocky 3.
Surf ninjas.
I still think Andre was the best, hands down. Hulk Hogan was a manufactured man, but Andre the Giant was the man.
Andre Giant was sick, but he really didn't move fast at all.
I think Yokozuna could have beat him.
That Samoan guy.
Yokozuna! And remember his sitting move? He would land on him and
Sit on you. Yeah.